Hey everyone, here we are. Got back from a great day of tuna fishing, and now we're going to can some tuna. It's what I love to do with my albacore, can it up. I like to eat it fresh too. I'll freeze a little, but I like to can most of it. I gave a lot of it away today, but I want to can up probably a couple cases. So to start out, I got my jars. They're in here, and you see them in there boiling. Nice little boiling bath for 20 minutes. And I got my lids over here, and you don't want to get them above 160. So I got my little temperature gauge right here, and I'm about 130, coming up on 140. When I get to 160, it's done. And then I'll pull these off, and I'll pull my jars out. Canning's pretty simple, a little time consuming. You gotta make sure the jars are clean. Some people say you don't have to boil them to sanitize them before you put the fish in. They say the 90 minutes in the pressure cooker will do it. I don't know. I've always boiled them for 20 minutes. I've always heated the lids up before I put the fish in. That's what I do. It works. Alright guys, it's been 20 minutes. I want to pull the jars out. Got my little handy dandy tongs right here. Makes life way easier. Just reach in, grab it, turn it up. I'll put it on my little sheet here. We got our lids up to temp. They've been going for about 5-6 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and turn them off, let them sit there. You don't want to let them get too hot. I got the next pot of glasses going behind me here. The lids are done. I got this set right here all done, or case. There's 12 of them here. I got a bag of albacore right here, and I'm gonna start cutting it up, putting it in the jars. Let me get the camera set up, and we'll get to work. Alright, so I'm just gonna pull my tuna out. Want to make sure you keep your tuna cold as you're doing all this. I'm just going to pull it out here. I got a little piece here, throw it down in there. That one in there. Put that one right there, throw it down in there. I like to put pretty big chunks in when I do this. Okay, got this nice piece right here. We'll go through, make sure they're topped off. I like to get them up to about 1 inch. Try to keep the lids as clean as possible, or the rims of the glasses, the jars. There we go. Pretty simple. Cut a whole bunch of fish up, put it in there. I like to use the pint jars, not the half pints. Half pints just aren't big enough. These give you a nice healthy helping, and I don't like to cram it in there really tight. So now we're just gonna take some water. I just got some Crystal Geyser water, not a sponsor, not promoting them. Use whatever kind of water you want. Alright, I got them all filled up, so they're right about here. See, they're about 1 inch down. They say 1 inch to ½ an inch down. You don't want the heat and everything up on the surface. So now I'm just going to take some sea salt, and if you're doing pints, you want to use a teaspoon. So I got a teaspoon right here. I got to open this up. Not a big heaping teaspoon, just a nice level one. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon in each one, just like so. You don't have to worry about mixing it in. When it's cooking, it'll all get mixed in. Just a nice level teaspoon. Go. Put the lid back on that. And now we're going to take some distilled white vinegar and we're going to wipe the rims. Just going to take a paper towel here. And what you're doing is you're cleaning all the, you want to make sure the rim's nice and clean so it gets a good seal. There's no particles, there's no oil. That's the whole point of this process. I like to wipe it around a couple times. And that's done. I got my lids right here. And this little tool's awesome because you can hook your rims and pull them out. And then I try not to touch my lid at all. I like to just put it right down on there. Problem is you got to make sure that you only get one lid. So these two got stuck together. Had to touch that one, unfortunately. Last one. So you just want to hand snug them down. You don't want to get them, you don't want to turn them real tight on there. Just basically use these two fingers, just a little, not too much. That way all the gases and whatever can escape out to get you a good seal. It seals down really good. Now that I got all these done up and I dropped my little weight down in there, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to stack all of these in here. There we go. There we got 10. We're going to bring these in. We're going to stack them just off to the side. Put this back on. Cover the hole up. And we're going to wait. We're going to get this next batch going here really quickly. Getting this case of jars out. So I heard that Montreal steak seasoning went really well with it. I don't know if it does or not, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So I want to put a teaspoon in each one. Actually, it's gonna do 6 of them. I'm gonna do half of them like that, and then I'm gonna do half of them the normal way, and I'm just going to use sea salt. I'm only going to use half a teaspoon. But that's all that it calls for. Nice little level, half a teaspoon. There we go. And up here. Open it up. I'm going to stack them in here. Gotta add some water to it. We got these filled up. If you look, I got it filled up with water just below the lids. It's about 1/4 of an inch below the lids down there. And we got 12 pints in here. We've got 10 half pints. So we got a total of 22 jars in here. I'm gonna put the lid on it and we're gonna get it started. You wanna make sure that you get the lid lined up just right so it cinches down nice and tight. Now we're gonna lift the little pressure weight off right here. Just lift it off until we get steam coming out of there. So you guys can see the burner down there. It's not wide open, but it's going pretty good. I gotta get this pot centered on there. See the steam coming out? We're gonna put our little sealer right up on top there, and it's gonna start building pressure. Just pushing that right there. It's gonna seal that up here pretty quick. There it goes. It's sealed up. Now we're gonna start building pressure up there. Here we go. I'm sorry about the yellow lighting, by the way. It's this cool little heat lamp thing right here that I got. That's awesome. But it creates yellow light. And I'm out here in the dark doing this. So there we go. We got a dozen half pint jars in there. Got the one with the Montreal seasoning. And then we got the 2 skippies over there, and it's looking pretty good. We're gonna put the lid on this one and get it going right next to the other one. Got it carried over. I always like to put the little pop-up thing right here in the front so you can see it, because that locks it so it won't open. And the blowout thing in the back, I like to face that towards the back. This one's just got the weight. It doesn't have the gauge. Works great. Just doesn't do as much. Let's get it started. Whew, that was a good poop. Alright. So I'm gonna turn it over here. Get over here about medium low, roughly. You can see it in there going. You don't want to start out too hot. So the goal is to get about 15 pounds of pressure, which a little weight does. Check it out. We're right at 15 pounds. I got the timer set. It's spraying. We're looking good. The pops up. There we go. 90 minutes from now, we're gonna have canned albacore and skipjack. We hit the 90-minute mark, and I shut it off. It's been sitting there for a couple minutes. I'm gonna pull the little weight off it and let it spray and watch the pressure go down. Here we are. It's getting close to the time. Oh, it dropped down. Gotta open it up. See what's inside. Look at it all in here. They're bubbling away. And I'm sure you guys can hear, we keep hearing little clicks. And that's them sealing down. You can see it. See, look. Yeah, it's still boiling. So I'm gonna let these sit here I'll check them tomorrow morning. You want to make sure that the tops are sealed down. All the M's that I wrote on stayed on there perfect, which is cool to know. You don't want to put them real close together. You just want to let them sit there, do their thing. They'll seal up. Second batch is all cooked up. Gonna pull it out. Sit them out. There's all the jars. Took a couple in the house already. I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey everyone, it's the next morning. I'm done canning all my tuna. I ended up with 32 jars, 12 pints, and 22 half pints. And that's it. I did the skipjack and I did the albacore. Turned out delicious. We ate a little bit earlier. Here's all the cans right here. They're all, or jars I should say, all stacked up. See, I put the M for the one with the seasoning, the Montreal seasoning, and the S stands for skipjack. So that's all skipjack. This is all albacore. My wife stole a couple jars this morning to take to work with her. I hope everybody enjoys the video. I hope everybody finds this helpful. A great way to put up your albacore or any of your tuna from any of your tuna trips instead of just throwing it in the freezer. It tastes delicious. It goes a long ways. It lasts a long time. You don't have to refrigerate it. Tight lines, everybody. If you haven't already, go down below and hit that subscribe button for me. And don't forget to like, share with all your friends.